everybody? Welcome back to JB's College Hockey Gambling Show. We are back in studio. How does it feel, guys? Renovations. Renovations. Hopefully you can't see the edges where it's too big on the side. If you can, well, that just sucks. And then it's my editing fault. I don't really care, though. JB, how you doing? I can't remember how we did last week coming off. I don't even know what our scores are. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure Quays is in last. I'm pretty sure we might be tied. I think we might be tied. And then Quays is down like. I think you went 2-6 last week.
That's all right.
Yeah, because we didn't even have a show 2 weeks ago. But we're glad to be back this week. Week 4 of the college hockey season was last week. We're heading into week 5, correct?
Yes, we are.
I can't even keep weeks straight anymore because boom, what shows we doing, what shows aren't we doing? I don't know. Yeah, we got a great slate this weekend. We would have had some good ones last week. We would have had the border battle.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been sick. My hair's looking
We all would have
beautiful.
got those wrong.
Yeah, no, I definitely take it like Minnesota money line or so. Actually, maybe Wisconsin to cover. I don't know, but we're back. Like I said, we're back. We're having fun, and we're excited to give you the best picks for this week. Okay, should we start, boys?
Sure.
Should we just rip it? Okay, we start. North Dakota heading out east to Boston University. BU minus 1.5. Over under is 6. Quays, do you think this is going to be a great matchup or what? I mean, just talking hockey.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is going to be a great one. North Dakota, I mean, we didn't expect them to be this good this year.
No, we didn't. They lost a lot of defensemen last year, but they did a great job recruiting. They also got a great goaltender in Ludwig
Person, allegedly.
Old Miami goaltender. He's been doing great. They came off a pretty good weekend against Mankato.
Yeah. And BU, not looking great this season.
No, they did split this last weekend against UMass, but...
I mean, lost to UNH. They've had a couple tough losses this year. Coming into the season ranked number 1.
It's definitely early, though.
It is. These two head-to-head, within the last 10 years, they've only matched up twice. BU has taken both of those. But, I mean, what can you go off? The last one was 2017. So not a whole lot. And both of them were in the tournament, by the way. So not a lot of regular season action between these two teams as of late. I'll start with my pick here first. The over-under, I'm going to start there. Set at 6. I think that's too high with Person and net. I think I have to go with the under. I think he's one of the best. I think he's a top 5 goaltender in the country.
Yeah.
He might not show it quite yet just because, I mean, North Dakota's played some good teams. They've had some good games. I think he's a top 5 goaltender. I'm going to go under 6. And then, you know what? I'm going to take UND money line straight up out east. They're going to bring NCHC hockey to the East Coast. I just don't like how BU's been playing so far this year, and I think this is going to be a tough series for them to get rolling.
I like those picks. I think a little interesting, though. This is going to be a close matchup.
Just in close.
North Dakota did go to a shootout against Minnesota State, Mankato, with JB's repping right now.
Interesting, yeah.
I'm going to go with the over here because I think North Dakota will put in 3, and I think BU could easily put in 3 as well. Like it'll be BU is a good scoring team. So I'll go UND plus 1.5. Even if they lose, I think it'll definitely be a 1-goal game.
Okay, so yeah, close one. JB?
See, I'm going to take a pick that you said and a pick that you said. I'm taking North Dakota money line, and I'm also taking the over 6.
Okay.
North Dakota's first away game. I think they're going to keep it rolling and take this W.
Look how short I look right now compared to you. Kind of funny. Yeah, some great picks all around. I swear to God, you always like to take splits between me and Ryan. You take one of our picks each. I don't know.
Both of them right.
Yeah, okay, dude. Next, Big Ten matchup, a top 5 matchup actually as of this week. Wisconsin now ranked, hosting, I believe, the number 3 Michigan Wolverines. Michigan minus 1.5, over under 6.5, even higher, baby. I mean, Wisconsin. Is there anything we can't say about them?
No.
They swept the number 1 team in the country last week, Minnesota, Minnesota. I mean, they've beaten some. They lost 1 game against North Dakota in North Dakota this year, and it was a tight one. It was still 2-0. Michigan also not having a bad season.
No.
Only loss is to Providence, so there's only 2 losses combined with these 2 teams so far through 4 weeks. So both of them looking very good. And last week Michigan put up 19 goals against Linwood in 2 games. So I mean, because I was looking a little bit, their goals against average so far this season. I think they're at they're like 5.5. And I mean, what happens when you score 19 in a weekend? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, crazy stat. Over the last 4 years, Michigan is 14-3 versus Wisconsin, going back to 2019. How do we feel about that?
It makes sense.
I mean, with that with Cole Caulfield, he must not have stepped up.
Yeah, he was sick.
I mean, that's true. I think this is going to be a great match. You know what? Let's let JB take the road on the picks here first. It's his show.
I'm going to take Wisco money line. Michigan's going to be 14-5 after this weekend.
Oh, sweet Wisconsin.
I'm taking the over 6.5. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. Both offenses can produce. And I'd love to see it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go with Wisconsin here as well, but I'll go the plus 1.5 route. I think where do the Badgers play? What's it called?
The Kohl Center.
Kohl Center. The Kohl Center is gonna be packed this weekend.
Better be.
Probably gonna be the biggest crowd they've had in about 4 years.
I hope it's nuts.
Both great teams, like Nathan mentioned. 2 combined losses. I'm gonna go with the over 6.5. Both teams love to score the puck, and that's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I think McClellan's going to keep this one low.
Yeah.
I love my boy Kyle McClellan. I think he's going to keep the score a little down. So I'm going to take the under 6.5. That line, it's a little too high for me. But I can't believe after what Wisconsin did last weekend, money line, they're a home dog. How are they a home underdog, JB? Straight up. So I'm taking Wisconsin money line. I don't know how they straight up they're a home dog. I don't get it. I just don't get it after what we've seen. Maybe it's just the Kohl Center isn't a crazy place to play at, but Crease Creatures, show up this weekend. You better show up, okay? Show up and do your job. Your team's actually good for once. Screw football. You guys suck. Just go to their hockey games. You're good at something. You're top 5 in the nation.
Yep.
So those are my picks. Okay. We head back to Minnesota. Another Minnesota battle. Minnesota Golden Gophers hosting the UMD Bulldogs. Both had tough weeks. Minnesota minus 1.5, over under back down 6. Minnesota, just talked about it, got killed last weekend by Wisconsin. And Duluth, they didn't have much of a better weekend, did they, Quiz?
No. They got absolutely smoked by Cornell.
Scored 1 goal all weekend.
It's not a good look. Cornell is a decent team, I guess, according to the rankings. They're ranked about 9 or 10, I believe.
Yeah, they're a
It
good
was
team.
their first 2 games of the year for them, and they did not hesitate.
I believe probably Duluth's first road trip, too.
Yep.
Crazy stat of the week. This might be...
They went to Bemidji.
That doesn't
count.
That doesn't count. People are chirping me. I don't know my geography about that one either. But crazy stat, last 10 years, crazy stat of the week. Duluth is 12-2-1 in the last 10 years versus the Gophers.
Wow.
12-2-1 in their last 15 matchups. That's pretty crazy. I would not have guessed that. I feel like this would have been a close series, but Duluth has absolutely pounded them since like 2014.
Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense, though, from the span of 2015 to 2020.
Yeah, I mean, Duluth's been unreal.
Yeah, they were the best
last
team.
year. I can take the lead on this one. I guess I mean Minnesota. It's hard to say they're not good, right?
Rough weekend.
I don't see Duluth recovering this weekend at the Mariucci. I think it's going to be tough for them on the road to try to recover I mean, you scored 1 goal. Your offense isn't there. So I'm going to take Minnesota minus 1.5. I'm gonna lay my balls on the table right there.
Wow.
I think I'm also going to take the over. I think offense for Minnesota is going to be back. I think they hopefully will put up 4 or 5 themselves, and maybe Duluth can scrounge 1 or 2 in, maybe if they're lucky. I don't know. I think Justin Close will play good. I think Minnesota's offense is going to be even better.
See, Nate, I got a different opinion. I'm taking Duluth plus 1.5. I think the Gophers are still going to be shitty after last week. Tough loss. They're going to keep that loss hanging on their head. It's going to be an under 6 in this.
Wow. Fast backwards, we got that one.
I think it's going to be a 2-0 game.
2-0.
2-0. When's the last time a Minnesota game was 2-0?
We'll see it. See you Friday.
Alrighty. I'm going to go with
Maybe
Duluth. Yeah. Duluth plus 1.5 here. I'm also going to go with the over. Duluth's power play is pretty electric. Ben Steves will probably put in 3 on the power play. Snuggerud will be flying out there as well. So
Better be.
thinking like a 6-5 matchup.
Oliver Moore's going to score this weekend. Bet on it. Just
number 11.
JB, you kind of look like Eddie Money right now on the camera.
Hmm.
Hot take. What?
Exactly.
Nevers. Okay. Last one. Straight up hockey each matchup. A really exciting one. Two teams have had really good starts to the year. We have Providence at New Hampshire. Providence -1.5 over under. Down low, 5.5 here, guys. 5.5. Both these teams, like I said, great starts to the season. Each, again, only having one loss so far. Providence losing to Michigan at Michigan, and UNH splitting with, the natty runners-up Quinnipiac. You couldn't ask for a better start for either of these teams, probably. Especially Providence. I don't know. They always start hot, though. I'd say New Hampshire probably, they're the surprise of the nation right now.
Oh, yeah.
They beat what? BU and Quinnipiac?
Yep.
And was there another one or no?
Who did they play last week? They beat.
I can't remember. But also, and then Providence split with Michigan.
Oh, they won on Thursday, I think.
They beat Northeastern. That's who it was. And then Dartmouth this weekend as well. But on the other side, Providence splitting at the Yost and then beating Denver 4-3. So some good wins on both sides of these teams here. Here's a stat, though. Providence has only had one game so far this season, obviously we're 4 weeks in, with less than 4 goals scored for them.
Mm.
So, big key here is if you want New Hampshire, they're going to have to score goals because Providence offense has been getting it done. JB, let's start with Quays. Let's start with Quays down there. How are you feeling?
Another great matchup we have here. It's kind of hard to root against UNH.
It is. It's really tough.
But I think I'm going to have to do it this week.
What?
In this game. I'm going to go Providence money line.
Jeez.
Providence is always good in the first 2 months of the year, and then don't worry, everyone. They will drop back down.
We will.
They'll come back down to earth.
They won't be ranked by January.
So I got Providence money line and then over 5.5 goals.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. JB, you're gonna go last year. Your show. You're gonna end it here. I like the over. I just feel like it's a bait over it for some reason at 5.5. I don't know why. It just feels like it's too easy. You know what I mean? It's way too easy to pick. Like people put their mortgage down on this over, and for some reason won't hit. That being said, I'm still taking it. I'm just as dumb as everybody else. But I just feel I don't know why. You watch this. This will be the one game that's gonna go on. Yeah, it'll be something like that. You just keep an eye out. If it happens, I called it, even though I'm going the other way. Okay. I'm still taking. It's 5.5. Come on. Both these teams average 4+. Even UNH, which is surprising. I don't know. Again, like Wisconsin, New Hampshire at home is an underdog. Even with the teams they've beaten so far, I guess Providence has as well. I'm taking New Hampshire straight up money line. I think they can get the job done. They got all the Wildcats. They're going to be cheering hard this weekend, baby. It's going to be a mauling on those Friars, the preachers.
BU.
Yeah.
So proud.
You get out there, New Hampshire guys. You have a team. I don't know the last time you guys had a team. I think they made a run a couple years ago in the Hockey East tournament. Was that them or was that somebody else?
No idea.
Can't remember. Somebody made a run last year. I thought it wasn't New Hampshire. I think they lost like first round to Providence.
Maybe UConn.
I think it might have been UConn 2 years ago. But yeah, straight up New Hampshire. JB.
Nate, I love your picks on this one.
Let's go.
I'm taking New Hampshire money line. I think they'll blow past Providence.
Blow past. Interesting.
And I'm taking the over 5.5 in this. That just seems so low after seeing always 6 or 6.
Yeah, I know it does. That's why I'm saying
Like
it's automatic. It's a bait. It should be, but do they know something we don't?
No, it's DraftKings. They don't know nothing about hockey.
So they're just stupid.
Yep.
It's not a bait.
Not a bait.
It's not. Everybody's putting the dumb money on this, and it's going to be the under.
It's going to be the over.
Okay, well, watch us all three get it wrong. That'd be kind of sick. That's bound to happen.
They call it gambling for a reason.
That's true. They don't call it winning. If it was winning, everybody would do it.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Those were 4 great games. Get out there. Get some money on the games this weekend. JB, end us out.
Let's make some money this weekend. Hit that like button and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Maybe that worked this week.
Hopefully.